It finally arrived, my Pip-Boy 3000 Mark V. It's a replica of the Pip-Boy from the Fallout show. A couple of days ago, I published a short unboxing it, but it comes chock full of so many details that I figured I'd make this quick video to show how everything works. Every single button and knob on this thing has a purpose and a function. This is the mode selector. And flipping through it, we can see all of the different screens or modes available to the Pip-Boy. Status, inventory, data, map, and radio. From within each mode are a bunch of submenus that we can go through by rolling this little rolly thing here. This is the thumb wheel. So change mode and then navigate through the different menus using the thumb wheel. Now from within each submenu, we might find other options, and to move between them, we twist this. This, for example, changes the display styling of the clock. Move over to stats, and we can flip through the different animations that are filed under this option, many of which are references to the show. The radio has its own specific button. Like with the other options, we scroll to the radio using that, and we can make a selection by using the left-hand rotary knob. But once we find something we want, to choose it, we press in. That, for example, turns on the FM radio, and we can tune it using this. These are real radio stations in my area. So let me find the classical station.
That's not.
There we go. That's my local classical station. And then we can increase the volume by going there, and then press in and scroll up. 15 being the max. And then we can turn the FM radio off and listen to KPSS radio, which is the radio station from the show.
This is DJ Carl at KPSS, broadcasting from the base of the once beautiful Hollywood Hills.
So that's the radio, but let's go over some of the different things. Now that we know how to navigate, let's see what we got. So here we are on the stat menu, and that's the status submenu. And many of these are just animations that we can scroll through. Status, connect, diagnostics. That's it for stat. Going to inventory, we've got attachments, external terminal, and this setting is what we would actually use to upgrade the firmware on the Pip-Boy using the dongle back here. This is a USB connector that we can connect to our computer to download any updates to the Pip-Boy. Once plugged into your computer, you just go to the website that's included in the packaging materials for your Pip-Boy. thewand.co/pip-boy, all lowercase. From there, you can update it, and you can personalize it by typing in whatever name you want. In my case, I typed in Oxhorn, and after the upgrade, every time the Pip-Boy reboots, it says that the Pip-Boy is assigned to Oxhorn. The site has a nice list of all of the upgrades. In this instance, upgrading fixed a number of bugs and display glitches, added some extra effects and transitions, added a new wake-up song to the alarm clock, and improved the radio. But then there's rad meter. And see how it turns red? Showing that you're near rats? I don't think my kitchen is irradiated. Then flashlight. Isn't that great? It's even got that same green glow color. That's the flashlight. Then apparel. And we get some lore-friendly text, nothing we can interact with. And then, of course, the aid section. Every time we go here, we get something else from the show. Congratulations, you're going to Vault 32, or you're going to Vault 33. Yeah, see there, now you're staying in 33. Now you're going to 32. That's in the aid section. So it looks like they don't have a weapons or armor, it's just apparel, and nothing that we can interact with there. So that's it for inventory. On to data, we've got the clock, and we can set this But to do that, we need to go to the maintenance submenu, which I'll get to in a bit. But we can change the display by switching that, horizontal or vertical. Then there's stats, and we've got door closing, tracking chip, a reference to the chip Lucy used in the show to track the head. I guess you can name it. Oh, okay, naming the chip Will Zig. Nice. Another show reference. Vault door remote access. Marriage application approved. So these are all just references to the show. And then finally, last in data is the maintenance section. And it's from here that we can change many of the options of the Pip-Boy. We can set the clock from here. Just press in there, and that sets the date and time. Regular or military time. It even comes with an alarm. And what's really cool is display brightness. This is great if you actually want to use it as an alarm clock on your bedside table. It might be too dark in your room, and then having a big bright light coming from this would be bad. So you can dim it all the way down to barely visible at all. And 20 is the brightest. Then what I really like, because I plan to use this for display, is demo mode. Go down to demo mode, press enter. Isn't that great? It'll go through the opening Pip-Boy boot up sequence and then start sliding through many of the different animations that the Pip-Boy has. And then it'll just cycle through these one by one. Now, while in demo mode, all of the buttons are locked. The way to end demo mode is to short press this power button here. And it resets out of demo mode. So that was maintenance in data. Next, we can go to map. And I don't know of what it is, but we've got a number of different slides. Some of these are recognizable from the show. For example, there's Will Zig. This is Lucy tracking Will Zig's head using the chip she put in there. And this you can't do. It's just an animation of inputting coordinates. And then a couple of other maps. This looks like it might be a vault, but I don't know what Unit 428 is. Maybe it's an Enclave headquarters? I don't know. It keeps saying Unit 428. And finally, of course, is the radio, which we already explored. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and put it on demo mode because I really like that. As I showed off in my unboxing video, it is wearable. The inside here is nice and soft. It's comfortable. Overall, I'm really impressed with it. I didn't know that it would come with all of these little bells and whistles and features. If I had to point out some criticisms, I'd say that it feels small. Like there's my arm in comparison. And then even compared with the other officially produced Pip-Boys, like the Fallout 4 Pip-Boy and the Fallout 76 Pip-Boy, it looks a lot smaller. Now, we could, of course, explain this away by pointing out that there have been a variety of different iPhone editions in a variety of different sizes over time, for example. And so, of course, perhaps in the Fallout universe, every edition of the Pip-Boy is going to come in a different size. However, when I remember seeing it as used by Lucy in the show, it appeared larger in the show than this version does here. That said, the screen is still large enough to legibly read. And this is not just true of the screen size, it's true of the overall device as well. For example, I'm a pretty big guy, and I couldn't wear it. My arms are big because I'm fat, but they're not that big. But my arms are too big for the Pip-Boy. In my unboxing short, my son was able to put it on and latch it, but when shooting this video, when I tried to put it on my forearm, I couldn't get it to latch. Of course, many other people are not going to have this problem because they're not as large as I am, but for someone who is large, this is something to bear in mind. Additionally, I think it might be pretty fragile. While I was trying to put it on, the screen portion of the Pip-Boy dropped down and knocked against my hard granite countertop here. And then when I took a look at the screen, I saw that the display inside the screen had actually lodged itself loose. Everything was still working, but the screen was off kilter. A quick knock on the countertop again put it back in place. and everything looks like it's working fine. I was just surprised that what I thought was a relatively light knock caused the screen to detach from the display the way it did. Other than that, so far I haven't seen any other build issues with the Pip-Boy. Another thing is the weathering on the surface. You see this sort of black that's in the nooks and crannies. It really appears fake. It looks like it's sort of been brushed on in here and sort of pushed in there, rather than accumulated naturally over time. I've found other props that have been made by fans, for example, where the weathering looks more natural. The weathering on this looks a little bit artificial to me. They could have done that better. But really, those are the only criticisms I have. I love the stand that it comes with. I love the dongle that you can use to upgrade it and charge it up. I love that every single little knob on the device is used for something to navigate the screen. I love the sounds that it makes. I love the clarity of the screen, even though the size is a little small. I think it's soft and comfortable on the inside, so it's actually a really well done prop in my opinion. There you go. That is the Pip-Boy 3000 Mark V from the Fallout show. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think it's probably one of the best props Bethesda has had made of the Pip-Boy. The Pip-Boy from Fallout 4 was wonderful, but it depended on an iPhone screen to use, which of course made it outdated very quickly. The Pip-Boy from Fallout 76 was amazing. It was fun to put together. It came as a kit. But again, this one is just way more advanced, so they really sort of knocked it out of the ballpark here. Thanks for watching. Much more to come.